that there would be a 15% cut across the board for each department. I mean, that's a drastic cut. I'm just throwing that number out.
Okay.
But you're at bare bones now. How can you function at another 15% cut?
Well, I figured if you say 15%, I'm already 1% ahead of you. I took 16%.
Yeah, well, I'm saying for next year, you know what I'm saying? Additional
And
cuts.
so, how can I can't, but I will tell you this, that I'll still stay with the fact that once everybody else gets to where I'm at as far as cuts, I'll be happy to sit back down and let's rediscuss this again, but like I said before, if the county is hurting that bad, and I'm not saying they're not, don't take me wrong, if they're hurting that bad, then it should be an across-the-board cut, because it's relative. A 2%, a 10%, a 5% cut is relative to everybody. Whether you have $1,000 budget, $100,000 budget, or $1 million budget, it's still 5% of that amount. And I know a lot of the other elected officials aren't going to like hearing me say that, but it's true. It's still relative to everybody, so.
Yeah, you're true. They're not going to like it.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
You know, it's been indicated that they're the bare bones too.
I understand that.
And then they can't
I understand that.
function.
You know, I'm actually losing good people over there. I'm not going to bore you with all that. That's mine for me to take care of. But I'm losing good people because we took a 5% cut. I got guys going and starting as patrolmen at other places making $6,000 more a year than what I can pay them. So, and these are experienced 7, 8 year veterans. So anyway, that's all I have to say.
Mike,
I'll get some bids.
had you thought anything as far as regionalizing the system, the jail system? We talked a little bit about it last year.
We didn't talk a whole lot. You guys
No.
went and checked and I found out about it, but that wasn't a lot of talk. But anyway, have I thought about it? Who's it going to help? And I'm serious here, only for the simple fact that it was, if I remember correctly, it was Lincoln, Pike, and Rawls County. We have a very good jail here.
Yep.
Fairly new, what is it, 12, 14 years old, something like that. So it's a fairly new jail. Not a lot of problems other than our HVAC right now. Pike County has a very small, nice jail, but not near as good as ours. Rawls has none. So
Yeah.
putting a regional jail in is going to help, in my opinion, Rawls a lot.
Rawls is going to be paying.
Would you put it where? Pike County, because it's in the middle?
No, we keep the jails that we have.
Oh.
Turn them over to a regional jail, lease them. We have the federal prisoner.
So you're not talking about building a new facility?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you're gonna turn it over and lease those to a federal, or to a regional? And how are you gonna get in more people than what you have now? You're talking federals, or you're just talking to anybody that wants to house prisoners?
It'd be both. It'd be both.
Then I haven't done a whole lot of research on this one, Sean, but can you tell me how is that going to help us more than what we have right now, which we're housing state prisoners and getting paid. We're housing ICE and Marshal services and getting paid. I don't understand. I mean, I know we're not full, but no one is. Just because we regionalize
That's right.
doesn't mean the federals are going to hold anymore, because they're down also. That, you know, they've got no money this year also.
Right.
So I'm not for sure, and I don't know. That's why I'm asking. How is that going to help?
When we first started looking into the commission here, it was a much better market than it is today.
Oh, sure.
Everything was. But at the same time, as we regionalized with Pike County and with Rawls County would pay us and pay Pike County to hold their prisoners. And by regionalize, it was our understanding that we would be able to pull more feds and other county prisoners into our jails too. That's what was said to us.
See, I'm not for sure.
We would lose the liability completely of it.
And who's responsible for that jail then?
The sheriff of each county and one of the commissioners from each county would be the overseeing board of the regional jail system. It'd be our jail and Pike County Jail.
But ran by,
By it'd be ran by the sheriff and by one of the commissioners. They're the board that
Then how
runs
do
the-
you lose the liability? That's where I'm lost.
Or you lease it out. You
that's
lease it out.
what I meant, ran by or leased.
The county wouldn't have the liability.
So a private company would come in, you'd be
I understand
bored.
that, but if the board is overseeing the private company, I still believe you've got liability there.
Not back on the county.
Really. But on the sheriff and on that commissioner?
But not back on the county.
Right. But it's still on me, regardless.
Right.
Okay. That's what I was trying
But
to
here
figure out.
again, in meeting and talking with the regional jail up in DeKalb and Davies County.
Sure, brand new one.
Yeah, brand new, and seeing their facilities, it's nothing compared to our facilities. Your jail out there is 10 times the facilities that they have up there. They have an administrator up there that top notch. Not saying that he could be hired away, but probably could be to run the facilities out here. It's a money maker for them. They were flat broke, and now they've got money. It wouldn't be, our concern here is, Mike, and the reason why we're looking into this is because at some point in time, your jail improvement money is gonna be gone.
Oh, in the next 3, 4, 5 years, something
I'd say
like that.
5 years.
Well,
Yeah.
the draw on that money has slowed down drastically in the last year. If it had continued being spent the way it had 2 to 3 years, it'd been gone.
Another one of my budget improvement things. So.
Yeah.
It has helped.
It has helped.
Right.
But that money at some point in time is going to be gone, and then that money additionally is going to come out of general revenue to continue to feed the jail.
Unless you do a sales tax to maintain it, then that's not gonna pass.
Yeah, something else, some form of income coming in.
Right.
If it was regionalized, what money comes into the jail stays in the jail. It wouldn't be that concern that you have as far as pulling out of the same pot. That's our concern as far as with the general revenue. General revenue is not going to have the money there to feed everything, and then at some point in time, to be able to feed the monies that jail improvement's feeding now. There's a lot more thought that needs to be put into it, but we're just
I
looking at
agree with
ways
that.
of trying to
I agree with that.
cut back and say,
My one question is something you said about the marshals. We would be able to attract more.
that's what we were told.
I'm second in the state right now, Sean. I hold the second highest amount in the state. I don't know how we can get above that. Okay, first, they have like 10 more prisoners than I do right now. And in fact, I have 61 marshals today. They probably have close to 70. We had 76 or something last week. We just shipped them out.
Right.
But I'm not saying no. No, have I looked into it? No, I really have not. I know you guys did last year.
Sometime,
I
if
put a lot
you
of
have the
thought
time,
into it, but I'll get a hold of the sheriff in Davies and DeKalb. I know both of them and talk to them.
talk to them about it. If you want to take a ride up there to see the regional jail, we'd be more than happy to go up there again with yourself, Pike County, Rawls County sheriffs, and look at it.
I just, there again, I'm still wondering how that helps. I can see it helping all of us a lot. I really can.
Well,
They get a
and-
piece of the pie there, and they don't have anything right now.
well, and
They're currently paying
we've talked
Pike
about that.
and Marion, I believe.
they are,
Okay.
but they would not pay Marion. That would come to Pike and Lincoln.
Well,
I
I
think
don't
that-
know whether Rawls would be interested on the terms of the
Right. You would see
They
that.
don't have a facility.